It's the Roula and Ryan show. Roula will be back tomorrow. Don't worry, she's just out today.
Yeah, Greek Easter was yesterday.
Yeah.
They have a lot of fun.
Too many eggs.
Up with the red eggs.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask her how it went, because when it rains, it's hard because they make the
lamb.
out there.
Yeah,
outside.
bring us
And
a
did she
plate.
host it at her house? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because this
Most
would probably
likely.
be the first Greek Easter that she had at her house.
I think there's
her
an
new
there's
house.
an overhang.
Yeah, so
where they
hopefully
can
that'll be really nice.
the grill
though.
up underneath.
I guess we'll get all the info tomorrow.
Okay,
Get her and
so
ask.
coming up in 20 minutes, by the way, at 8:20 this morning, we're actually going to have it's not a couples court, it's a family court. So if you have a sibling and they've ever done you wrong, you definitely want to stick around for this. But right now I want to find out, Sam, what happened this weekend?
Yes.
So you had been talking on Friday's show about this emo
She's
cow.
been talking about this emo cow for years.
I love emo cows, which are the Highland cattle. I call them emo cows because of the way that their hairstyle is.
They have bangs.
They have bangs, and they're like in their front of their face, covering their eyeballs, and they're just the cutest things in the whole entire world. And our listeners, thank you so much for telling me this. They're like, Sam, you have to go check out this ranch. And so
How far away is it, by the way?
it was about an hour and a half away. It's called, I say, Burton, Burton. Burton. Like,
Burton.
Burton.
So it's in Burton.
It's in Burton, Texas, which is like halfway towards Austin, Round Top area.
Okay.
Is where it's at. So it was a drive, but it was fun. So the event was from 11 to 2. And we took
Now, is it?
Yeah.
It's open
You have to make reservations.
Oh,
to
yes.
get there. You can't just
this
show
thing
up.
totally gets booked.
Okay. You can't
Because-
just show up.
No,
You've got to have
because I wanted
reservations.
to do a different Cuddle a Cow. It's called Cuddle a Cow Day. And you get to cuddle this little emo cow. But I wanted to do it a different weekend, and that didn't work out. And so this weekend, we were able to reserve our spot before it got booked up. So I say we because it's my best friend Jules and I. And then we were like, Mark, you have to come with us. So my husband came. And
I
then,
want a
of course,
trooper for your husband.
Santiago came, my son. And so it was, oh my gosh, it was so much fun, guys. I can't stop smiling. But we
You are smiling a
drove
lot.
this an hour and a half away. We got our Starbucks. Santiago slept the whole way on the way to the ranch.
Is that when you cut his hair?
Shut up. I know it's really bad, Kev.
You gave him a haircut while
you
he's
don't need to
asleep?
No, this was, stop it. You're such a jerk. That's another topic. Your husband has to fix his hair tomorrow.
Oh,
He has to fix his hair.
Oh,
So
I don't think he cuts baby's hair.
Are,
but
No, he
are
has
the
to.
bangs crooked?
So Santiago has curly hair, and I kept getting so sick and tired of everybody telling me how beautiful Santiago was. She's so beautiful. She's so pretty. But I'm like, it's a boy. He just has curls. So I tried cutting his like hair, like freestyle cutting it.
Oh, no.
And it looked cute. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, that is not cute. It's
no.
really bad. Even the daycare asked if he cut his own hair.
Kev,
That's
oh, no.
Kev, you're a troll.
Yeah.
Is he going to have to
So-
shave his head?
The word we use around here is cattywampus.
It has seen better days. So your husband has to fix his hair, please. Please, tomorrow. I don't want to buzz it, though. But Santiago looked adorable in these pictures. It's that slim given. And so it's this cute little cow. And there was like a line, and there was charcuterie, and there was
Now, do you eat?
refreshments.
You get
and
the food and then you go cuddle, or is
So,
it during the same time?
it was pretty much during the same time, in the sense because there was a line.
Is that a
Because
little messed
obviously
up for
there
the
was
cow, though? It's like you're eating meat.
If you
You're
think
eating like
about
one of his
it-
brothers or
Well,
sisters.
don't think about
while
it. You
petting
can
him.
just have the
Pork.
cheese. It was, yeah.
You can smell it
You
on
can
your
have
breath.
cheese and then like the olives.
It was my brother.
That sounds fun.
Stop it. It was so much
They
fun.
have a professional
it was
photographer,
packed. They don't, but I mean, nowadays you can take everything on your phone. So I just
I mean, someone that
took it on my
could
phone. Yeah,
at least
there-
take the photo for you.
it was the owner. It was the owner that he was out there taking pictures. So that was really cool.
And now,
Speaking
do
to them.
they have just calves, or do they have the full grown cows?
So I didn't see any other cows. I just saw the little, her name's Penny. I just saw Penny at the time, but then you can walk around the ranch. I mean, they have this like oasis where it looks like a beach. They have sand. It has water. It's like this beautiful water feature. You can rent out places to stay.
Is the cow like
and so
laying down, like
The cow-
kneeling, or is it walking
No,
around
he's-
and you have to go
he
chase
has
it?
a leash. He's on a
Oh,
harness.
little-
Yeah, so there's a cute little photo op setup that he was chilling. He had plenty of water. There was a cute little piglet that we saw. I didn't get a lot of photos with the piglet, but the piglet was super cute. It was just
Yeah, I'm on
really,
the
really
website.
fun.
They're sold out.
How many
That's what
people
I'm
were
saying.
there?
There was a lot of people. Like there was a line. I want to
Got
say
you.
maybe like 20 minimum.
God.
Wow.
How many minutes do you get with the cow?
So it's a time frame. It's from 11 to 2 is our time
But you're
slot
with
that we had.
11 to 2 is with you and like 20 other people.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like, if you're there too long, like taking your pictures of the people behind you in line, like, oh my God, you got enough already.
I mean, everybody was extremely respectful
Okay.
in the sense of like everybody wanted their own time. There were so many. It was.
How much does it cost? People are asking.
Oh yeah. Okay. So for adults, it was $30.
A
But
person.
per person.
15 a person.
And then
Yeah.
no, $30 per person.
30 per person?
Yes, and then children were 15.
That's
Oh,
not
okay.
bad.
Your son
Especially
was
if they
15
give you-
even though
Yeah,
he's
I
under-
know. I was like, couldn't we rig it? It's
He's under
it said-
2, right?
it was-
Can't
yeah,
you-
but it was 1. It was like under 1 was free, and since he's technically 1,
They're not going to check his ID.
I don't
just
know. I
turned
think
1. You
I
should've
know.
lied.
I think Jules paid for his little thing. She like booked it and then I just Venmoed her and
Okay.
paid. You know, that kind of thing. But it was so much fun. It was really fun. They had other animals. They had goats. They had little pigs. They had horses that we were able to pet.
Now, were
and
you-
Santiago's like learning
Are you
animals.
happy, like, or you
Like,
still
was it
want to
worth
see
it?
other? You want to see a big emo cow?
No, I
Okay,
was
you
fine
happy
with the
with the-
cute one.
you
Yes,
happy
the
with the
little
little
guy.
one?
I was obsessed with him, but I would do this again. Like I just love emo cows. I even have emo cows.
What about
like,
other animals?
Canvases on my house.
Like, what,
Like,
other
what other
animals?
animal would I want to
Like,
cuddle?
maybe when your son's a little bit older, you could take him out in those little cute baby ponies.
Mutton busting.
Yeah, mutton busting. I
Mutton
bet he'd
busting,
do.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, he probably would hold on like he does with Misty's fur.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would be.
He did
good.
really good though because he was petting a horse. We showed him a goat. He pet the cow. There was a awesome dog there. It was I think a Great Bernese. Is that a
Pyrenees?
Pyrenees?
Okay.
They're huge white dogs, and he was like he actually took over the farm and he keeps all the animals away at nighttime because it's a legit ranch.
Yeah. Oh, so
It
it
was-
chases off the coyotes.
Yes.
Those dogs are
Yes,
cute.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
think
the Great Pyrenees
Yes,
dogs.
thank you. That's what it is. Great Pyrenees.
How about your husband? What do you think?
Mark is such a
very
trooper.
quiet.
He is such a trooper. He's just so sweet. He was like, oh, I think he was just so happy to see how excited I was. And Santiago, like seeing all the animals, because we have all those little flat books that you like open
Oh,
up and you're
yeah.
like, what does a cow say? Moo! And like you like move all of
gotta
those.
see
And
in
so to
real
see
life.
them in real life. And he was so cute and like petting the horses and the cow.
Did you
Like,
buy
he
your
loved it.
son that little pull string? They've had this toy for like probably 50
The little
years.
arrow thing that spins
yeah,
around.
this is a duck. Quack, quack. This, it's
No.
got, oh, you've got to get him that.
No, I already have so many loud toys. I don't
know.
need any more in my
Pull
house.
string, you put the arrow on wherever the animal is. and
I
it-
already have so
You give
many
it a
loud
thumbs up.
toys. Yes, I loved it. It was so much fun.
What's the name of the
Slam
ranch
given.
again?
It's Milk and Honey Ranch.
Got you.
It
in
was
Burton, Texas.
really, really cute.
On Brant Road.
Yeah, it's just something fun to do.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Get out of the.
But you gotta make
Houston.
reservations.
You do have to make reservations for sure. You can't just show up.
Yeah, let's see. Their website is milkandhoneyranch.com.
It was really fun, guys. Cuddle a cow. I'm gonna keep trying to do it. Let me know if you know of other.
You didn't tell me who you
cow
were.
places.
Say, I'm Sam.
Don't you
No.
know who I am?
No, absolutely
Gotta
not.
go for free.
I'm
No.
the cow cuddler.
I know. That's what my bio should say in my Instagram. Sam Given.
I'm glad
On,
you gotta take that off your list.
thank you
Okay.
guys. It was so much fun. It was so
I'm glad you had fun.
I
Now, coming up
did.
next, we do couples court all the time, but Eric, you said this is actually involving a brother and sister.
Siblings.
Siblings.
It's not couples court.
And they've got an issue between
This is
each
tougher
other.
because couples can always separate. When they're siblings, you're stuck with
You're
them for
stuck with
life.
each other. We'll find out what it's all about next on the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE.
Roula and Ryan's Couples Court, 104.1 KRBE.
All right, court is in session. It actually involves a brother and sister, Leanne. And let's just get to them real quick. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey,
Hi,
guys. So this isn't really a couples court. It's more like a family court.
I call it family court because Leanne, she's pulling her hair out because Nathan's driving her nuts and she wants to see if maybe she is nuts or if he's nuts.
All right, so Leanne,
So we're the judges, guys.
what is your
this.
problem with your brother?
My brother is the baby of the family, and he's 2 years younger than me. And we've had different paths, but my parents pay for everything for him. And we were at dinner the other night, and they covered his meal, and I had to pay my own. Like, it was ridiculous. My parents just think I can handle it, and they think Nathan can't handle it. And last vacation, they booked him his own cruise room, and I had to pay for my own with my husband. And I want to hang out with my family. I want to hang out with my brother.
Well, wait a second. Is Nathan single or is he married?
He's single.
And you said there was a 2-year age gap. Can I ask what your guys' age is?
I'm 26, and he's 24.
I'm going to start off by saying this is completely unfair that I even have to be here. First of all, Leanne, this is...
We didn't force you.
Brother comment.
Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, this is none of your business if mom and dad are helping me out a little bit more. And also, I just don't appreciate the fact that you got lucky and you don't acknowledge the fact that you got lucky. You got this whole, like, boomer, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps mentality, when you don't mention the fact that you fell into, like, a really good career, and, yeah, you're married, and you also married a rich guy, so you can actually afford these things. I want to pay my own way, but I can't. I'm doing my best, and you're just over here just badgering me every step of the way. It's not going to help, and I'd appreciate if my big sister was a little more supportive of me.
Also, at 24 years old, you've barely started life and you barely started making money. So I could see your parents helping at least for a little while longer. I think you're allowed to stay on your parents' insurance for till like 25 or
26, I think. Right?
No, it's 25. My daughter's getting kicked off next year.
Oh, you're 25.
So maybe you could lighten up for another 2 years and then see what happens.
Can I also bring up the fact that when I was in college, half of my college career was during COVID, so I had to do it over video, and how we're like going through a major economic crisis while you didn't have to deal with it as much as I did.
That's a good point, y'all. My daughter got so screwed on her college experience. She went away to university thinking that she's going to get this great opportunity. And guess what? Almost 3/4 of her college was done online at home. And that whole generation of people are facing a different uphill battle.
And you're being quiet.
I'm just putting my thoughts together because I actually studied when I went to college. I didn't just smoke pot the whole time and get kicked out like somebody.
You might ruin your verdict for some of the judges here.
Yeah, you're swaying the vote of Kevin.
Kevin's like, oh, turn on you.
I didn't get kicked out, though. I was able to maintain both.
Also, if this is court, I'd like to accuse her of perjury. I wasn't just smoking pot in college. Yes, I partied a little bit in high school, but I took college seriously. But the whole point of college isn't just studying, it's networking. And I couldn't really do that since I was doing it through a video screen for half the time. So, again, acknowledge your privilege and maybe just get off my back a little bit.
Can I ask, Leanne, what do you expect your brother to say to your parents? I mean, if you want to all be together.
Please don't take care
Stop
of me.
paying for me.
We're all going to go on a cruise together.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love you to go, Nathan, but you have no money, buddy, so you can't go. I mean, what do you expect him to do?
Prepare for his own future a little bit, like save if they give him money. I get a bunch of little stinks from the dollar store. If my parents give him $1,000 check for his birthday. I'm not crazy.
It sounds like you're jealous.
I have gone through this with my parents, and this is one thing you can do. This is something that I had to do. I had to tell my dad to make sure that he treats my brother and I equally, particularly around Christmas, because he gets me and my husband gifts, but not my brother, only his kids. So,
well,
that's not right.
And now does your dad think, oh, well, they don't have kids, so I'm giving them a gift?
Right. He's going to spend so much on my family and so much on my brother's family, equal amounts. But
that hurts.
But my brother and Cherie get the short end of the stick. So, I had to, Nathan, just go to my dad and be like, look, things got to be fair. It's getting awkward between my sibling and I.
Okay, but you just brought up a really good point. It's between you and your parent, which is what I think, Leanne, you need to be doing. This isn't really between you and your brother. Your brother's
Can your parents afford
not going to turn this down.
Yeah,
Can your
cover
parents
for you
afford to
and
cover for both of you or to give you both big gifts for birthdays and stuff? Or are they on a fixed income? I don't know.
They're not like rich, but they're doing okay. But my feelings are hurt. It's frustrating. And I'm starting to feel like I'm crazy that, I don't know, maybe I should just stop trying and then they'll just cover everything for me.
Leanne, why don't you just call your parents? I mean, this really isn't between you and your brother. It's not really fair that he has got to give up anything.
I have talked to my parents about it. And they just said, well, your little brother, he needs help. He's the baby. And it's just never going to change, it seems, with them. So they just always see him in this light that they don't see me.
This just sounds like a you problem and a mom and dad problem, and you're just taking all this frustration out on me because you don't have the balls to actually just tell mom and dad, like what you think we should really do. You just like sort of say, hey, it kind of hurts my feelings. They say that, and then you just take it out on me. That's what you've always done your entire life. You just take everything out on me.
And Leanne, you should take this as a badge of honor that your parents think that highly of you, that they don't need to give you money because you're
you're succeeding in life
successful.
where your brother is struggling.
Yeah, Nathan should feel like
No
dirt.
offense, Nathan.
Well, yeah,
I mean, I wish
just work for it. Just say no sometimes. When they give you $1,000 check, you don't have to cash it.
I'll tell you what, you're right. I should do what you did. I'm going to go out, I'm going to marry a rich guy, and I'm going to have him take care of me. That's really me working.
Oh, man.
That's Kevin's dream.
Yeah.
Fantastic plan. Go for it. It's doing great.
All right. I'm not saying you're crazy, but I'm just saying you're jealous.
Yeah, I think you're jealous too. I mean, you're more worried about what he's getting. I don't think you're worried about him being enabled, like bad behaviors being enabled. I haven't heard any of that. What I'm hearing is that he's getting taken care of and I'm not.
Yeah.
I understand where my brother is coming from in that sense, to where it's not really fair.
It doesn't matter. Life isn't fair. Leanne, you're going to be a happier person if you just focus on you and your problems and not so much on your brothers.
Now, if something happens, if Nathan makes a lot of money and then he's
And then they're still
doing
paying his way, then there's an issue.
Yeah, then they just don't like you.
Yeah.
That's your fault. Oh my God. Don't say that.
I don't know. I guess it is a me problem. I don't know.
It's incredible with as busy as you say you are that you have all this time to put your nose in my business is just all I'm saying.
siblings are about to get into it.
So what do we, I mean, if we collectively as a show would have to say,
She's not crazy.
you're
No,
not crazy.
Absolutely not. Just
But-
talk to your parents and express your frustration that you think that they're favoring your little brother over you.
And then
Don't
when you guys
you
go on a
think-
cruise next time and your brother's not there, it's all because of you.
Don't you think that she should just like focus on her a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's just brother and sister rivalry.
it's hard because siblings.
Rivalry.
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 Them fighting.
Yeah, touch
It's
your
normal.
parents.
Yeah, just blame your parents.
For babying him. Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right, good luck.
Acknowledge your privilege.
Gosh, Nathan.
We got to go. Take care, guys. Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Acknowledge
Thanks.
Acknowledge me.
You are happier though when you just focus on you. If you go around life thinking like, well, they're getting this and I'm getting nothing, you're going to make yourself miserable. Just focus on what you got good in your life.
It's hard, though. It's
going-
human nature. It's your
Especially
sibling.
when you're your sibling. Oh, we're always competing.
Yeah, you always want to feel like.
Are you ever jealous of your
most loved.
sisters, Eric?
No, because I'm the best.
He was the baby, and he's the boy.
They
Yeah,
always do.
as a
They're
baby
so much
boy.
more mellow
Yeah.
with the last.
Remember they said the nurse was crying when I was born because they knew how they wanted a boy so bad.
Oh,
Just for the farm, but be a farm hand.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
he
All
lives
right,
more.
we got free labor.
Just no, but my sister, last time she was here, remember I was telling you how she always competed. Like, I had it tougher. I'm like, all right, good for you.
Yeah.
You win. You're the oldest. Some of the oldest always wants to brag about, I had it so tough. I had to do all this stuff and that. Whatever. We all have problems. You know, it
I feel
sucks
the
to be
exact
you.
way with my older brother, but oh god,
you have to
I'm going to see him
understand.
this weekend, and my mom's like, "Don't say anything rude to start the fight." So I was like,
Oh, it's about to start.
She knows.
because I'm the middle child and I'm the only girl, so of course I push buttons.
Oh, yeah, especially with him.
Yes, absolutely.
Your
I'm
dad
like,
probably, stuff that you did that he did, he got grounded for in
absolutely.
trouble.
He'll throw that out. He'll throw that to my face too. So it should be really fun. If I can, I'll try and videotape it.
I mean, I guess parents do chill as they get older.
You mellow out
Yes,
for sure. My parents
thank
totally mellowed out.
goodness.
And as far as I was the oldest, and it's not that I always throw it in their face that I had it
Yeah.
harder.
Sure you did.
I do not.
I have to
but
run the family because that's what my sister did. I bet you do it too. I have to control
I
everything.
had to be made
Yeah.
the example of. Like, in other words, if I did something wrong, ooh, man, I was going to be made an example of. Whereas the other two, they didn't really, my middle brother got away with
They're also kids.
a
They're
lot
younger.
more.
Like,
And then my baby brother is a 10-year gap. So it's like they had totally mellowed out by the time
yeah,
they
by
had
that
him.
time.
Yep.
plus they had you. He couldn't do no wrong. Like, it's like, pfft, at least you're not eating lead paint like your brother Ryan.
Which would explain why I've got the problems I have today.
Yeah.
All the stuff like that. Maybe that's it.
Oh, yeah.
All that lead paint. You're right. That might have been something.
I mean,
I think that just makes you stupid. I don't know if it gives you cancer.
Oh.
well, I'm both.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I one thing that because I was always trying to figure out how the hell did I get cancer? Like, it didn't make sense that I was the only one in the family, and still,
And you don't eat
thank
meat?
God.
Like
I eat healthy.
fast food, you never had that in probably
But I was
mid-90s.
Oh yeah, I was looking for reasons, and one of the things I learned, like when I was a little kid, every morning they gave us fluoride tablets to strengthen our teeth. Now we know that fluoride causes cancer, like the kind that they were giving us. And they gave us those little tablets every morning in school, like literally all the way through junior high school.
Isn't that scary? They were giving you that crap
Every
saying
morning.
it's good for you, and then you find out no.
It's cancer causing.
Yeah, I am so scared of fluoride. I won't have it in my water. I make sure I have the RO system that gets it all out of there. Then on top of that, I buy the toothpaste now that says no fluoride up in there.
Really?
Oh, really?
Because it's in all
Sounds
the
like
toothpaste.
deodorant, right? Some people don't want the aluminum.
Right, and since
yeah.
I don't use the antiperspirant, that has no. I use deodorant. There's deodorant and antiperspirant.
I know
One of
you don't
them-
use both of them.
But
no,
don't
I
you
just
sweat a
because
lot?
I don't
Like,
sweat.
you don't sweat?
I don't sweat, so I can just use deodorant, which doesn't have.
Remember, he's a
aluminum
lizard
in it.
boy. Remember, he likes it really hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why mosquitoes
I mean,
don't
look,
attack you either.
I'm wearing a wool jacket right now.
And you don't have sweaty
I'm not
pits right
sweating
now.
That
at
is
all.
so weird.
Yeah, so the antiperspirant.
Where does
also
it go? Don't you have to sweat?
I think
you're like a
Eric and
dog.
I make up
It's just
enough
on
his-
for
it's just on his
you.
pads,
We're
his
sweating
feet.
Kevin's
Do you
out.
sweat?
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm not like one of those gross sweaters that drip though, but like
No, I just get my armpits,
My
yeah.
hands. If we start talking about it, by the end of that, my hands
I
get all
bought this
clammy.
thing. Have you ever tried
Yes.
Sweat Blocker? I bought that once.
I don't think
What's
that's
that
good
do?
for you.
That can't be good for you.
I tried it and I felt like I was sweating above my
Is that
butt
where you
crack.
put like the?
that part
Is that
where
where
you're
you put like the
Save
pads
that
on?
audio.
I am.
Save that audio.
Wait, what
now.
is that?
A moment
the
with
sweat
Eric.
block. Is it you rub it on, or what do you
remember,
do with it?
you rub it on your armpit and it
Okay.
pretty much stops. It blocks
Yeah.
the sweat.
That's like
Okay.
And
certain
it
dry.
feels weird.
But it's
and
got to
then,
come out somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like, why do I feel more damp over here? What's
Shut up! Ew.
I think it's got to leak out somewhere, right?
I use certain
Your
dry,
toes?
and
I
I
don't know.
will swear by that. I don't care
What's
if
it
it's
called?
bad for your body or anything.
What is it?
Certain dry.
Certain dry.
Yes, DRI. That was a lifesaver in high school and in middle school because that's one of the main reasons I don't wear t-shirts.
Oh, is that why
I
you're
always wear
always
tank
scarred?
tops.
Like,
'Cause
what
it
about
was
shots?
scarred.
Can't you get a
Oh.
shot in the armpit?
Yeah, but if you wanted to try like maybe
Oh, yeah.
a
They do
non
Botox in your
Yeah,
armpit.
Botox or something, right?
injectable way, I would try certain dry. That's what I use.
I think if you switch deodorants, like I used to use that one, the Arm & Hammer one, all the time.
Your body gets used to it, and
It
it becomes
totally does.
ineffective.
I used that one at Target, the Harry's one,
yeah,
like blue.
I'm using
And that
Mark's
worked.
right now. Smell like a man.
I smell like a man. Eric, you use that.
I was wondering why you like Ahmad and Irvin.
Yeah, all us
Kevin, you
boys
guys are all
just
surrounded around you. I was wondering what's going on over
That's why
here.
you guys are all hanging out with me because I smell like a dude.
Male pheromones.
I smell like one of you. Lovely.
But you used the Arm & Hammer stuff for years, and then it stopped working for
Yeah, I
you,
think
didn't it?
that's why.
I think
Yeah,
your
you
body
gotta like
gets used to it.
switch and rotate.
You
What do
do.
you use, Ryan?
Now I'm like Dove
Secret? You a
men's
secret girl?
clinical strength. I'm using clinical strength now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
now
I'm
it's like,
telling
oh
you,
my God.
certain dries real
I'm going
good.
up to the highest level, so what happens when that stops working?
And you got to do the Botox.
I stink.
Yeah, you could do Botox.
I don't think you stink if you sweat. It's if you all the time, right? It's like
I don't know.
stuck
There's
in
like
your-
a combo.
like a fat
Like some
pocket
people,
or
when they
something.
work out, they sweat. Kevin, you're in the gym all the time. Are you
But
like,
he doesn't sweat.
you don't sweat at all in the gym?
No, not usually. Also, I'm not doing hard cardio. I'm mostly doing strength training, which I mean,
That's what I don't.
I feel ya.
now that I'm starting to get my, my tire back, I need to do that
Oh,
stair
get the cardio?
stepper. But I won't do the stair stepper where I kick my feet out anymore because Sam sent me a new training video that did not kick my feet out.
I can't play it
'Cause
on, it,
you
on
know-
air. There's so many F words in it.
Oh, really?
It's just
Oh, really?
so funny, but
For
he
the past
called out
couple
Kevin
years,
so
Irving,
hard.
Irving can bleep it.
Bleep it.
You get on the stair stepper, you kick your feet out, and allegedly work your glutes. Well, apparently that's not enough, and I'm just been
told
looking
you.
stupid
Why not
in
put
the
that
gym.
band on?
Told you.
I mean, I
Resist
know
the band and then just
No.
Who's dropping the F-bombs, by the
do
way?
it.
It was bad enough that I was kicking
It
my
was
feet, but I
this-
didn't have to go, each time a leg goes up,
It was this guy. He's just like muscle daddy over here. He's like, if you're doing this,
Oh, you're blanking out.
you are.
You're screwing up. You need to be
This
doing
ain't
it like this.
This ain't working for you,
But
boo boo.
he was also showing my hip thrust
I
things
told
that I was
you
trying to show you.
there was a lot of hip
the other
thrusts,
day.
and he
Yes.
did like
problem is everyone-
split lunges.
On TikTok, there's like 500 different ways
There
to do
are a
things.
million
It's so
different
annoying.
people. So how do you know
And you're
which works
confused.
for
Yeah,
you?
how's I know?
I think you should just stick to the basics, things that have been around
Yep.
forever.
Just do
The
burpees.
squats, the deadlifts, the basic things, the lunges. Those have been around forever.
I haven't had a
I don't know. Sorry, we won't
drop
go down
of
that rabbit hole.
booze since it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow.
Whoa!
No.
I've lost-
give you a tip?
Eric!
I lost like 3 pounds.
That's
Yeah,
incredible.
alcohol's fattening.
It's so damn good.
It's so damn.
My husband just texted
wait for
me
Memorial Day
talking
weekend.
about fattening real quick, and he said one of the doctors said, "Oh, you buffed up, either steroids or the gym." And Mark goes, "Nope, that's what pizza and beer does for you."
Nice.
It's your husband. I don't think he's
Doctor
get.
telling him
Your
he
husband
took
can't get the fat around the
steroids.
belly. He's all.
He's too cut.
I hope not.
I think he's made skinny.
I don't think he wants me to have that either, so I can say that.
Well, but real quick, how do you get rid of that? Because Kevin, you brought up something. I started doing planks every single day now, and I'm feeling it firm up. But there's still the jelly belly on top of it.
Maybe it's
you
what
gotta
you eat. Even if you don't eat, just because
Yeah.
you're a vegan or something doesn't mean you.
Am I not eating enough?
You're
It's
eating
all
the
about
wrong
your diet.
stuff.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's a nutritionist that's probably listening to us that can maybe give you a tip.
Yeah.
Because you
Hint,
can't get
tip.
testosterone stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta
No,
keep
I
that
don't
in
want to.
check.
It's all about
I don't
your
want to have
diet.
any more. I got too much as it is. So
Bring it over here.
give you some of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll do nothing but get you in trouble, Eric.
Hey, when we come back, I want to talk about the Drake Kendrick Lamar feud.
Okay.
I want
What you know about that?
I've been reading up on it, but
Spicy.
I told Ahmad he needs to inform everybody, especially those white soccer moms out there,
So you're going to translate.
I'm gonna break it down for y'all.
in language that they will understand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be coming up.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
And then we still have more roast audio. And also, I want to talk about what happened to Sam again, but not with the cows. Something else in her house I saw in the backyard on videos I saw.
Oh, really?
What does she have in
What
her
am I
backyard?
doing? And
What
why
is
did you
she
tell me
doing?
there's a camera there?
Public shaming coming up next
No,
on the Roula and
cool.
Ryan show.
From Hollywood to H-Town
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRVE.
Okay, so Eric, you assigned Ahmad an assignment, and it was to translate the Kendrick Lamar Drake feud.
Because a lot of people they know something's going on, but they don't understand where
Yeah,
it
we
started
need it
from.
broken down to us.
So I wanted you to do like a Caucasian, dumb it down for
Yes.
Caucasian people that don't get it.
So
Because this has been going on. I've talked to people that said it's been going on for a long time.
for a long
Years, right?
time. So
Even SNL did a whole thing on it.
imagine a PTA, like PTA moms, right? Drake is like the fun mom. She wears Lululemon. She posts butt pics on Instagram.
she may have an OnlyFans.
Exactly. She has fun with the girls, has a wine night. Kendrick Lamar is the mom that the meeting could have ended at 8, but he keeps you there till 8:30. If you come in late, he's keeping you at the door. You're not coming in until the next segment. He's very serious.
Yeah.
And they've always had a little bit of back and forth, like saying shady things about each other until one meeting it all just blew up.
Blew up.
Blew up.
Doesn't it have something to do with like Kendrick Lamar writes his own stuff, Drake doesn't?
Yeah, it's some of that, but also they always say there's a big three in rap, right? Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. So Kendrick Lamar basically came out with a song where he says, screw the big three, it's just big me. And Drake took offense to that, so Drake threw some shots on his new album.
No one else cared, right? When they made fun of him.
Nobody else cared.
So everyone
but
else, the PTA, they're like, oh, that's fine. You can make jokes at my
you can make
expense."
jokes, it's fine, it's
Yeah.
cool, but it blew up and everybody's just watching like back and forth, like as this thing just explodes. Drake only released one diss track. Kendrick Lamar has released 4.
Oh.
And he keeps whacking them and whacking them.
So you
and
get the
people love
feeling that Drake is living rent-free in Kendrick's head?
They've been poking at each other for a while, so I feel like it's both. Like both of them are just
I feel
all
like a lot of
in
people
each other's heads.
are defending Kendrick more than
Yeah,
than Drake.
people have been tired of Drake for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick has brought up some things that have only been rumblings.
Yeah.
Such as?
Drake's affinity for younger girls, and the fact that he
Sleep
might have
on
had a
other
people.
BBL, a secret daughter. Apparently, that's what he says. So, it's a lot going on right now. Rap is good. Rap is so good right now. I love the beef.
And you got P. Diddy going down. You
P
got,
Diddy's going down. Well, that's
Maybe.
a whole other thing.
I
Everyone's
feel
just-
like that's been kind of like hush hush. I feel like
Yeah,
that blew
what's the
up and
word?
then all of a sudden just kind of got
It's
in.
still like going on. They're still
Yeah,
in like
maybe that's
trials
why.
and
It's
stuff.
it's only. I mean, there's only investigations. I mean, there are civil trials
the
going to happen.
the federal government, when they come in and raid your place, you know you're in
It's
trouble.
serious.
Right,
they
something-
haven't dropped the stuff yet until they get all the, they have to get
Right.
the information. That takes a few months.
Right.
and then they'll do the
So
charges
come
if they can
fall,
find any.
come the fall, I bet.
And Kendrick is
Hammer
alluding that Drake might be next. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's always been talk about that. He's had a weird relationship with Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. Like when she was 13 years old, she was like, "Oh, me and Drake are best friends. We text all the time." I'm like, "Why are you texting a 13-year-old.
That's weird. You should not be friends. If you're a full-grown
I
adult,
don't care if you're famous.
you should not have
that's
friends. You should not be friends with a 13-year-old.
And there's accusations that Drake has a BBL, which I find so hilarious.
Brazilian butt lift?
Yeah, Brazilian butt lift. I find that so hilarious. That
We need
is
a
so
surgeon
funny.
to comment. You know, how, like if
Yeah,
there's like an Instagram that like
yes.
goes and
Look
finds
at
like
the
celebrities.
pictures.
Give me
yeah.
2 photos. I'll send it to Dr. Bedros. We'll
And
Yeah.
see if he can
tell.
tell.
Has this butt been tampered with?
Yeah, they're calling him BBL Drizzy.
Maybe-
in the streets. They are.
Maybe he's
True.
doing what Kevin does on the Stairmaster.
Yeah,
A little
Kicking his legs out.
kicking his leg back.
Sorry.
Well, thank you for
Sorry,
enlightening
ruined
us.
it, Kevin.
Of course. I hope
He's
people
a reporter.
understand now. Yes, I'm a reporter for the streets. For the hood.
Hey, what do you want to
saw
call that?
something?
Yeah, you got to think of a name for.
Yeah,
I
you got to
like
come up with a
that.
handle.
Yeah.
Do you want your
Brizzy
Ahmad out
Hood
on the
News.
streets? You need that?
Oh, yeah,
We already
you need
took that one.
Ahmad's Hood News.
Oh my
Don't do that. You want
gosh.
to get
Sued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
I'll match you.
Now,
There
Eric,
is-
you spotted something on Sam's Insta?
Yeah, this is interesting. This
What else
weekend,
is happening?
like, your backyard was being tore up,
I know.
and I'm like, "What is going on there?" And then I saw this big, like, stock tank,
Stock tank pool.
and that's what it is.
Yes, that's what it is.
What the hell's that?
So when I went to
I
the
never heard of this
ranch,
before.
they actually had stock tank pools there, and I was like, "Mark, look,
What
we're
are
getting
they?
one of those."
What are they?
Okay, what they're really used for is like an animal drinking food.
It's like a
Oh, really?
trough.
It is. It is. I
but
believe
this one looks like really cool.
that is what it
I'm used to the ones that are like big,
was created for.
silver, those big
Yeah.
ones out in the pasture and stuff.
Right. So I got mine from Houston Stock Tank Pool, and they were able to customize it in the sense that you can pick the color of it.
Okay.
So this is so it helps it doesn't rust. So they had options like you could do like I want to say we did black because my house, the way that my house coloring is, it works really well with that. So we did black, but you could get white. Other companies can do aqua. There's so many things on Instagram where girls will make them like striped. Like there's a pink and white striped one that I've seen that looks super cute. But we're doing like
It
a
comes with-
whole deck.
So it's a pool basically.
It is. It's absolutely a pool. So it's going to have a
How
pump
big
in
is
it.
it? Like, I mean,
so the one,
how many people can you fit in this?
Well, the one that we got, there's different sizes. The one that we got is an 8-foot tub. So it's 8 feet wide, 2
Okay.
feet deep.
okay, so
So you could, I mean,
it's
realistically.
only so it's only going to go up to your like knees.
Absolutely, but you're just going to sit in
just
it.
laying in it.
That's what you're doing.
Oh.
I mean,
Especially with a
realistically,
kid.
I don't swim. Like that's not why I want a pool.
And
I'm
I
not
go by
swimming.
pool. I used to just
I'm-
sit there and
You're
drink.
just sitting there, and most of the time, like
Float.
you have that little like seat thing, right? What's that called?
Oh, the
bench.
ledge.
The
yeah.
ledge.
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
like
Oh,
a sun.
okay.
The
It's just
sun deck
the
shelf or
sun
whatever
deck.
called.
It's basically the same as that concept. So I'm so excited because Santiago's going to have like a little pool in the backyard. It's going to be so much fun. And then Ben
cool.
Tech is doing the turf, and we're doing a deck as well.
Are you gonna keep putting photos up there and stuff?
Oh yeah. I'm because I know Kev does a lot of his stuff by himself, but I was like, I could not do this by myself. So Mark and I are just trying to make the best of the house that we have and just really utilize the backyard space because
yeah.
we have a really nice sized space in the backyard, but it was just like clovers. It was that grass that is just
Oh, I hate those little
clovers.
things.
Yeah, you got to mow that
couldn't
stuff.
even-
You
yeah.
got to rip that stuff up.
Well, now we are because now we have turf.
Well, I don't know if I would have rented a Bobcat because you had a full-on, construction vehicle in your backyard.
I know it's.
And they gotta level it right.
I was gonna put
So you're
Santiago
saying
on it.
that's overkill, Kevin?
That's
not overkill,
That's
we-
next level. Maybe you need to
Yeah.
get a pro come out and do that.
You got a pro,
However,
yeah.
You could rent them, but
we just bought this new house that has a huge backyard, so I wouldn't be surprised if Booster and I start renting up some equipment and do some things.
That's what I'm saying. I got some people. If you need some people to make that backyard the dream
so
vacay.
this thing has a filter and stuff, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna have
Did
a
you put
pump.
chlorine and stuff?
Yes, it'll have chlorine. It's exactly
It's a pool.
like a pool, just on a much smaller scale. Also, definitely in my price range.
Yeah.
It is not
Pools used to be like 50, 60, now they're $100,000.
yeah, I
It
mean,
just depends
this
where you
is-
go. I got a great deal. I went to Cypress Custom Pools, and
I'm just saying, even
But
then,
Brian,
fantastic.
compared to what I'm paying, which is less than $5,000 for a pool, compared to what, like
Yeah,
also
full-on
the
in-ground pool.
space,
and
yeah,
the prices
like,
have changed when you had that pool put in.
I had it put in 6 years ago, and
Yeah.
I've loved it every
After
second of
COVID,
every
man,
day.
everything's the prices have jacked up.
Absolutely.
Everybody wanted a pool because they were stuck at home.
Yeah.
The prices are
So if you
crazy.
like backyards and like the process of it, it's at Slam Given for my little stock tank pool.
We need a pool party, Sam.
Absolutely.
A barbecue pool.
Yeah,
I'm
we all
so
got in the pool
excited.
together.
Yeah, it's only 2 feet deep, and there's 10 of us, and it's 8 feet.
It's gonna be fine. You're gonna love it.
Now,
It's not my leg.
for the Roula and Ryan
Just put your toes in it.
to tell you what's
toes.
going down in H-Town.
I showed up and there was 10 of us all in that little thing. I'm like, oh, what kind of party is this?
What did I get
Should I
invited
have
to?
Drop my key in a bowl?
Oh my gosh, there is a child present, Brian. Taking your pool floaty.
All right. So last year, okay, we've always wondered, why don't they film more movies here in Houston? Houston is a great place that we could have films done. So last year, Texas more than quadrupled its budget for moving image industry incentives.
They had it in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
They're starting to get stuff, then they just took it away.
And this is for TV, film, video, commercial production. It now has a pot of $200 million available over a next 2-year period if you qualify for this project. So the new budget makes Texas more competitive with people like Georgia and New Mexico and Louisiana they're doing a lot of film shoots there. Mm-hmm. But a Houston developer actually plans to turn a former furniture warehouse on Fondren on the west side into the next soundstage. They're going to build 2 gigantic sound stages there. And they're hoping they can attract more people doing films here in Houston. Because that's the thing. We don't have a lot of sound stages here. Mm-hmm. Houston's great for filming outdoors, but we don't have the sound stages because
that's true.
The stuff we use, they're just exterior shots.
Mo
Ammer.
Ammer's season 2, he just finished last weekend.
I saw that, yeah.
I saw him talking about. We just finished up, wrapped it up. So I don't know how long it
He
takes
did that
to
fast.
Yeah, Netflix will release it in 5 years.
No.
Sometimes it's either forever
Yeah.
They want to strike while the iron's hot.
Oh, they'll
or
do
this
it
fall
quick,
they'll have it
yeah.
come out. 'Cause I'm sure he's not doing a bunch of huge, CGI stuff.
No. It's not a CGI dragon.
I'm sure it's easy cuts.
It's such a great show, though. If you
Yeah.
missed Mo season 1, it's on Netflix. Absolutely awesome.
Especially if you'll see your city right there.
Oh, yeah. He's Houston
one of the
proud.
stars of it.
Absolutely. That's what's going down in H-Town. Now, coming up next, it's a Roula and Ryan's Roses update. It was really a tearjerker last week with Donna and Fred. He said that, hey, the marriage is over during Roses. If you missed that, it's coming up next on 104.1 KRBE.